benefits can a maintenance organisation expect from implementing a modern IT system?
So if you look traditionally, Joanne, at many MRO businesses, they run on legacy, fragmented, non-integrated systems. What we found at British Airways when we brought our systems in and replaced them with a single modern ERP is that everybody was working off the same system to the same process and with the same data. So everybody had exactly the same view of what the operational status of the aircraft was, what the state of the people was, and what the state of the materials were. So we came to the conclusion very quickly that by doing that we benefited from a lot of operational efficiency. So we made smarter decisions much quicker.
How common is it for airlines and MROs to underestimate the value of a comprehensive IT solution?
Yeah, we were in the same position when we were developing our own system. When we wrote the business case, we thought it would take us about 5 years to get the payback on the investment. What we actually found, because people were working to that same data much more efficiently, we've got our payback in about 3 years. And I think that's fairly common in the industry. People do underestimate the benefits that you do get. There is some pain involved in putting in a new system. You've got to train your people, there's data to migrate, there's new processes and new ways of working. But what you do find ultimately, and I think all of my colleagues in the MRO industry as a whole would say, that the pain is definitely worth the gain that you get at the end of the process.
How much complexity is involved in migrating information from legacy IT systems to a modern integrated solution?
I would suggest that data is the most underestimated element in a complex IT systems implementation. Most businesses focus on the design with some emphasis on people readiness. Data tends to be the largest challenge. If you look at ourselves at British Airways and British Airways Engineering, we migrated data for about 250 aircraft, some of which were about 20 years old. And what we found was the quality of the data wasn't always very good. It was in multiple sources, some of it was still on paper, and it was a real challenge to get all of that data together, understand which data was the most accurate and truthful, and put that all into a single system. But again, the benefits that you do get from making that painful transition are significant, and they do pay back the investment very quickly.
BA Engineering launched its own solution, Swift MRO, in 2010. Have you evolved the solution in any way since then based on its real-world performance?
Yeah, we're constantly evolving our Swift MRO platform that we've developed with Tata Consultancy Services. Our big challenge at the moment is to get the airline ready to receive the Airbus A380 and the 787 both in 2013 in the next few months. So what we've been doing is a lot of integration work with some of the OEM systems. As an example, the Ultramain electronic logbook that resides on the Boeing 787 is now fully integrated with Swift MRO. So on delivery of that aircraft, we will be going live with a real-time interface. Also, Boeing and Airbus both have airplane health monitoring systems, both of which we're looking to integrate fully with Swift MRO. So for our customers, what that means is we can offer them a solution with that integration that's available out of the box, ready to go on day one.
When we spoke to you last year, BA Engineering was on the point of bringing Swift MRO to market. What level of interest have you seen from third parties?
Well, we've been very careful of how we've targeted our solution. We've picked a specific market profile of customers that we're looking for. Our solution is large and very comprehensive, and we're looking for like customers to ourselves, so large airlines or cargo operators that have their own in-house MRO business. To that end, we've been very successful. We do have a launch customer. We're expecting the press release imminently, and we have begun the blueprint and design phase with them, and we're very excited by that. That in itself has created some excitement in the industry, and as I said, we're expecting the press release imminently. And we are getting some really good traction with large customers who are looking at a large, comprehensive, proven solution which we have to run their MRO operations.
Just finally, BA Engineering trialled an app for Swift MRO last summer at London Heathrow. What learnings emerged from this experiment, and how will they be applied in future?
The main learning from an app development is keep it simple. The basic premise for an app that I think most people are familiar with that runs on a smart device like a tablet or a mobile phone is you have to keep it very, very simple. So we spent a lot of time, invested a lot of time and money with the end users to really understand what would make it simple for them to use and what would generate their uptake. It's been very successful. We've had a small group, as I said, trialling it out in Terminal 5 in Heathrow. The aim is to upscale that and roll that solution out to 1,100 users across the Heathrow and Gatwick campuses by the end of 2030. Thank you.